Hey guys, welcome back. It's Johnny here from MTB Trail Rider. Last week I made a video about my experience doing an Xterra triathlon. It's an off-road triathlon. We talked about just kind of that feedback and kind of what I experienced in the training and how I got into it, and really talked about just kind of it reigniting kind of the passion for being back on the bike here now that I relocated to Southwest Michigan. Well, today I got a brand new bike. It's going to be my new race bike, or hopefully it's designed to be my new race bike. So let's check it out. Let's see what it is and get it open. I'm really excited about this, and so let's check it out. Handlebars kind of attached weird, but this is the Superior XF Trail, what is this, 979, I think it is. So this is the carbon frame. It's the trail version, so they have an XC version and a trail version. Though this trail version is probably more along your down country potentially, but let's see if we can get this on the rack and we'll talk about it and get it put together. All right, so we've got this on the frame, or on the rack here, just threw the front wheel on. Still gotta get the handlebars on, still gotta get this on. So this is, I don't know if I misspoke before, this is the 979. This is the trail version. They do have the, it's a TR version, so it's, there is the XC version, which is really, the travel changes a little bit. So the travel, I believe, is 140 in the front, 130 in the back, and then the XC version, I believe, is 110 up front, 100 in the back. The head tube angle changes slightly. It's a little bit more steeper on the XC version. I got this from BikesOnline. This is what I've been kind of partnered with them for a while as an ambassador for BikesOnline. I've been running the Polygon Siskiyou T8 for 5-6 years maybe. It's been a while. Pretty much as long as I've been running this channel, I've almost been running on that T8. So I'm really excited because this is the carbon frame, so it is going to be much lighter. It is going to be designed, put into more for my races, for running the Xterras. I've got another triathlon coming up here next month, but it is not an off-road triathlon. So anyways, talk about that later. So what's on this bike? First, I'm impressed with the wheels. This is the DT Swiss M1900. This is kind of their more entry level to their wheel sets, but it is a very nice wheel set. It does have the DT Swiss 370 hubs in the front and back. The Revelation, RockShox Revelation fork. This is a bit, I don't want to say outdated, but it is some of their older models here, but still a great fork. It does come with the SLX cranks, which is what I've been using on my Polygon Siskiyou. However, I did shorten mine to 165 mil cranks. These are 175, so I'll probably switch them out just so I can get the shorter cranks that I like running. In the back, we've also got the SLX cassette, because I believe the XT then gets you 2 of the black rings, which are just lighter, and I think the XTR does 3 rings deep, is what I remember. But we do have the XT derailleur, just our chain ring here. It do have the RockShox shock in the back. It does have the Arcos block lock headset, which is supposed to prevent you from turning all the way and locking right here. So I can't turn it past this point. It actually locks it. It doesn't look like it's actually, there's clearance there, so it wouldn't hit it anyways. But it is kind of cool to kind of have that block there. I've never had one like that, so I don't really know one way or another how that's going to be. But we're going to set this up. What tires are coming on this? This is the Schwalbe knobby nicks, front and back. Looks like 2.4 width on both of them. Good performance, very tacky tires. I've used them before briefly, but honestly, I'm probably just going to take these off and just store them in the garage as replacements. So I chose this bike from BikesOnline as my next race bike for Xterra because it strikes that perfect downcountry balance for me. It's lightweight, it's efficient, it's capable. It does have 140 mil travel up front, 130 mil travel in the back. It climbs like an XC bike, but it brings just enough confidence for me to handle rough descents in that techie terrain. It is lightweight already as is, but I'll be trimming even more weight with a few component swaps. We'll go through that in a future video. But I did hear someone say this about the bike. It's an XC bike that hits the gym just a little bit more often, and I couldn't agree more. I feel like that little bit extra travel, but with the geometry and the measurements of this bike, it does climb really well. Another item that doesn't really get much attention on that I really appreciate is that it allows 2 bottle cages on the frame. I really prefer not to carry water or other packs on my body when I can help it, so having that option for 2 bottle cages on the frame is awesome. So some things that came in this box are some very cheap, small looking pedals. They look like they belong on a kid's bike. But in here, it does look like we've got some your basic tools. It looks like there's some form of torque wrench in here, small multi-tool. It does come with 2 tokens. Volume spacers for the RockShox fork, which is awesome that it kind of comes with some on default. Some of my other bikes, when I've gotten like the Fox forks, I had to buy separate tokens on my own. They're not expensive, they're a few bucks, but it's just nice that they already kind of provide that for you. And it looks like there might even be some tubeless valve stems in here for you too, because I assume there's tubes on the wheels right now, but it's cool that it comes with the tubeless valves already. And then just some stickers, so standard stuff. I did put my own dropper. This is your 1UP components. It's the 210, which I was running on my T8. This is as far as I can get this down with the 210. I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna hope that I can still reach. It's not too long all the way up. I think there's some shims if I can shorten it a little, like maybe 10 millimeters if I need to. We'll find that out once we get this off the rack. So we're gonna get this off. We're gonna get some pedals on, and we're gonna go take this out for a ride. So before we take this out for a ride, we're going to weigh this bike. So my T8, when I got that stock, size large, everything that came on it, tires, tubes, wheels, the stock wheels, everything that it came with, it was like 36.5 pounds. I think was what that total was when I got it shipped to me out of the box. I now have the T8 down to 30.5 pounds. So I've dropped 6 full pounds by switching out to the premium carbon wheels from NOBL wheels. I've been an ambassador for them for several years as well. So I do also switch out the tires. I do get a lighter compound Maxxis tires. I've been running dissectors in the front, recons in the back. So we're gonna see what this all weighs stock as is. And then we're gonna see, I'll do another video after this where I'm gonna be switching out all of these components to my carbon version. We'll switch out the crank sets for the 165 millimeter crank arms. And then I'll probably put on, or I will put on my, the DVO fork I have up front. And I'll put this, everything I'm switching off and taking off here, I'm gonna put back onto the T8, and maybe we'll post it for sale or something like that. Let's get this weighed and see where we're at. So this bike is feeling good. I can definitely tell, notice the weight shift already, how much lighter this is. I just feel like more of my pedal stroke, like it's just generating so much more power and speed. But it does, there are some adjustments I'm gonna have to make just for general comfort. Like these handlebars, probably 800 mil wide. I'm usually running 760, so I feel a lot wider. I do feel a lot longer, like I'm stretched out. Part of that is the seat tube angle pushing me back. The reach is shorter than my T8, but the reach is like measured from like your crankset, like your bottom bracket, to your handlebars here. So like this distance. Your effective top tube is like from where your seat is to your handlebars, and that's about the same, if not just a touch longer than the T8. But the seat tube angle has my seat pointing up more, so it's a little uncomfortable. Feels like I'm sliding off the back, so I need to adjust that. When I get back, I'll probably put my shorter stem on as well, and then with my shorter handlebars, I will be kind of, not that drastic, but I will be closer, right, kind of like this, once I get my grips and stuff, where I'm grabbing. So that'll help me from feeling so like stretched out. This bike, the wheelbase is shorter than the T8, maybe by 5 centimeters, 5 to 8 centimeters, and it's mostly through the shorter chainstay. It's like the main difference. The T8 is just slightly more slack, so you'll get a little bit from the forks being more pushed out from that more slack head tube angle. Let's see, tight uphill switchback, easy. This bike was stock, like as is. Now it does have my 210 dropper post from One Up Components versus the stock one, but everything else is stock on here: tires, wheels, tubes, etc. And size large came in at 27.56 pounds, which is right at 12.5 kilograms. So I'm really interested to see how much weight we're gonna cut once I get my NOBL carbon wheels on here, the lighter tires. So I get the Maxxis, just the 3C Xterra compound. So not as durable, but lighter, softer tread. That would be about a quarter pound each tire. Then we're going tubeless, so we're dropping the tubes, minimal weight in the sealant. The rims will be, obviously, the wheels themselves will be lighter, going to carbon. We can drop significant weight just in the wheel set. I'll have the Shimano XT on the other carbon wheels, so drops like 0.15 pounds on the cassette, going from the SLX. Using the One Up Components carbon handlebars that I use, those have like a 30 mil rise, so that'll help from me being so stretched as well. This dropper is too long for my legs. I can't have it go up all the way, or else I can't reach the bottom of my pedal stroke. But so far this bike's feeling very like nimble, easy to navigate. These trails very XC oriented, very rooty, technical throughout the trail system. This is training grounds for the races upcoming. Feels super good just hopping through that. We got some other little lips right here, nothing big. There's no big jumps out here. Feels super light to like throw around. Oh. I still feel good going through those little short descents. Just kind of floats over everything, and I feel like I'm in a higher gear right now the normal through this uphill, and it's just trucking along. I mean, already we're 5 pounds lighter, and I did also drop about 10 pounds in body weight from when I started training my Xterra to the race. I went from 200 pounds to 190 pounds. I've been keeping up the endurance diet by Matt Fitzgerald to kind of talk about in future videos, and just continuing training. So I'm getting lighter too, getting stronger. Got this lighter bike. We're gonna see how we get going here. Brakes feel good. I love the levers. These feel so much better than the Xterra that came on the T8. Dropper paddle here feels good. Less give than whatever was on that the T8. This is a Shimano branded setup that attaches to the brake itself, so it's not its own attachment. It attaches to the brake. So far everything's feeling good. There was a little bit of clicking in the beginning of my ride with the back with the shifter. It's real loose and chunky through here. Whoa, sandy there. I just had to loosen up the cable tension, and that clicking and shifting smooth got real smooth, so we're good there. But yeah, once I get that shorter handlebar width, that's just, again, it's comfort pieces. So don't let people like freak you out about changing contact points, right? Like your saddle, your handlebars, your grips, those are all comfort pieces. Same thing with tires. People get caught up about a bike because of the tires. Who cares? It's like it's all based on your conditions. They can't satisfy every rider's conditions with different tires, so they're just going to throw some tires on. I'm glad that these are actually nice tires that I'll keep. Some bikes send you some, manufacturers send you some really cheap thin wall, just junk tires just because they're cheap. But these are nice wheel sets on here too. The DT Swiss, really nice options for aluminum wheels, come with nice hubs. The fork, it's good, it's all right. So this bike was on sale when I saw last, like $2,500, $2,600. Normally retails close to $4,000, maybe $3,800. So if you can find this on sale, it's definitely a good option when you're considering. We're getting a full carbon frame, nice wheel set, good Shimano drivetrain, pretty much SLX all the way across except for the XT drivetrain, except for the XT derailleur. I mean, this thing's ready to go as is. Like I said, I just got to adjust a few of the contact points, like my saddle angle, dropper length is the main pieces. And with aluminum bars, you can easily just cut these down. If you have an angle grinder, even just chop it down and sand the edges down, and you're good to go with aluminum bars. So really easy to do. I'm sure there's lots of videos, tutorials out there you can read and watch for that. I'll probably shorten this down to the shorter stem, but I think once I get the shorter bars I won't need to. So